She is not even capable to behave like me. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I behave always properly. But she is the dearest member of our family, regardless of her believing system and regardless of her behavior sense. Is the church operating in this same way? So it is in God's family. Before we can become passionate about being part of God's family, we must know that we belong with no preconditions attached. You know, I used to use in Poland this expression, oh, this is a friend of the truth. And you know how long the friend of the truth was a friend? As long as he or she was eager to accept the baptism and become a member. If someone said, well, I am not interested, very often the least dimmed. And she or he was not any longer a friend of the truth. What does all this lead to? The second part of this passage in Romans gives us 3 areas in which to concentrate to develop our passion, to become more intimate with God. And I would like to show you those 3 areas. The first one, joyful in hope. The Christian is first a joyful person. Are you a joyful person? How often you are smiling? How often you are smiling just because you are happy and joyful? Not because, well, let's say number 13, because I'm in the church, or I'm doing my evangelism to my neighbors, so I have to smile. Is it your nature, natural behavior, a smiling face? Joyful in hope. Be a happy person. And we are joyful not because we have no problems, not because everything is right, not because we have all the answers. We are joyful because we live in hope. And hope keeps us alive. A teacher who was assigned to help children in a large city hospital was asked to visit a particular child. The boy's classroom teacher asked her to teach him nouns and adverbs, since that was that they were studying back in school. And the lady said, please help him so that he does not fall behind the other kids in his studies. It was not until the teacher got outside the boy's room and that she realized that it was located in the hospital's burn unit. No one had prepared her to find a young boy horribly burned and in great pain. And she felt that she could not just turn and walk away, so she awkwardly stammered, well, I am a hospital teacher, and your teacher sent me to help you with some nouns and adverbs, and I am coming here, and I'm here to do my job. The next morning, a nurse on the burn unit asked her, What did you do to that boy? We've been very worried about him. He was not making it, but ever since you were here yesterday, his whole attitude has changed. What did you do with him? He's fighting back, responding to treatment. It's as though he had decided to leave. And the boy later explained that he had completely given up hope until he saw the teacher. He put it this way: they wouldn't send a teacher to work on nouns and adverbs with someone who is dumb. Wouldn't they? Probably there is hope for me because they send someone who is trying to teach me even something so bored as verbs and nouns. But there was hope, and this hope saved him. He just became a different boy, full of desire to live and to respond. Well, look quickly at the second area. Patient in affliction. It's not so easy. It's not so easy. We grow passionate when we realize that trouble, problems, issues, afflictions have nothing to do with whether God loves us or not. This is not the Old Testament concept of friends of Job. Well, you are not a friend of God because you are afflicted. Friends, we have to understand that affliction has nothing in common with God. Affliction is the result of sin. Affliction is not a gift from God. Problems are part of life. Problems are not the problem. It is our attitude towards problems that is the answer. Patience. Patience. We are impatient people. We want God to answer our prayers immediately. We would like to be in the Elijah position just to say, kill them. Immediately, instantly. Have you ever experienced in your life this attitude? That you would like to destroy someone instantly instead of saving someone. You know, there are two characteristics of people who will be in heaven. What they are. Here are those who are keeping the commandments. Yes? No. Number one is patience, and number two, commandments. How is it with our life? Is it so much that we sometimes put the number one commandments and then the rest of the world? Patience. Be passionate. Patient. Be patient in affliction. Moses prayed for 40 years, herding sheep before God gave him his answer about his future. Just think about Abraham. That God told him that he would have a son. And he became so impatient with God that he engineered his own son outside of God's will. God made him wait 14 more years before giving him the child he had promised. Well, look at Paul. Paul prayed 3 times that God would take away the thorn in the flesh, his affliction, but God declined. You have enough with my blessings, with my grace. But Paul never gave up hope. And one day, he became a great apostle of faith. Just another example. Joseph. He learned patience in the hard way. He was sold. Then he became a slave. Then he became a prisoner. Just imagine to be in his